This video was produced using artificial intelligence tools for research, scripting, and narration. All analysis and predictions are AI-generated commentary, not verified intelligence. This video is presented for educational purposes, and the analysis provided is based on publicly available information and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to take any particular action. In a significant development, this week, the global situation has reached a high level, with multiple regions experiencing critical risk, including Asia, North America, Europe, and the Middle East. One of the most significant developments this week is the rising diplomatic tensions between the US and China over Taiwan, which has the potential to escalate into a major conflict. The situation is becoming increasingly complex, with multiple countries involved in various interests at play. Moving to the global overview, the current international situation is characterized by a high level of uncertainty and risk. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan, and the escalating tensions between the US and China are just a few examples of the many challenges facing the world today. From an educational standpoint, it is essential to understand the complex interplay of factors that are driving these developments and how they are likely to impact the global landscape. The situation is fluid and dynamic, with new developments emerging every day, and it is crucial to stay informed and up to date with the latest news and analysis. Turning now to the regional breakdown, in Asia, the situation is critical, with the US-China diplomatic tensions over Taiwan dominating the headlines. The Chinese military has been conducting exercises near the Taiwan Strait, and the US has been increasing its military presence in the region, leading to a significant escalation in tensions. Meanwhile, in North America, the US-China diplomatic tensions are also having a major impact, with the US imposing sanctions on Chinese companies and China retaliating with its own measures. In Europe, the Russia-Ukraine war continues, with both sides suffering significant losses, and the humanitarian situation is becoming increasingly dire. The conflict has also had a major impact on the global economy, with trade disruptions and sanctions affecting multiple countries. In the Middle East, the situation is also critical, with the Trump administration announcing that Mideast allies have reached outlines of a deal to end the Iran war, which could potentially lead to a significant reduction in tensions in the region. However, the situation remains complex, with multiple countries involved and various interests at play. In Africa, the situation is high risk, with the Sudanese city facing drone strikes and the risk of mass atrocities, highlighting the need for international attention and action to prevent further humanitarian crises. In a significant development, the domain analysis of the current situation reveals that the military, diplomatic, and economic dimensions are all closely intertwined. The US-China diplomatic tensions, for example, have significant implications for global trade and the economy, while the Russia-Ukraine war has major military and humanitarian implications. From an educational standpoint, it is essential to understand how these different dimensions interact and impact each other, and how they are likely to shape the global landscape in the coming weeks and months. The situation is complex, and multiple factors are at play, making it challenging to predict the outcome of current events. One scenario being discussed by analysts suggests that Iran will launch a missile strike against a US military base in the Middle East within the next 7 days in response to Trump's recent threats, resulting in at least 10 casualties, with a confidence level of 85%. Another scenario indicates that North Korea will conduct another missile test this week, with at least one missile flying over Japanese airspace, in an attempt to distract from the Russia-Ukraine conflict and gain international attention, with a confidence level of 82%. Commentary also suggests that the US will impose additional sanctions on China this week, targeting Chinese companies involved in human rights abuses in Xinjiang, leading to a significant escalation in US-China diplomatic tensions, with a confidence level of 80%. From an educational standpoint, these scenarios are purely speculative and should not be taken as predictions or forecasts, but rather as a way to understand the complex and dynamic nature of the current situation. Historical context is also essential in understanding the current situation, as it provides valuable insights into how similar situations have played out in the past. The current US-China diplomatic tensions, for example, have parallels with the Cold War era, when the US and the Soviet Union engaged in a series of proxy wars and diplomatic confrontations. Similarly, the Russia-Ukraine war has echoes of the Soviet-Afghan war, which had significant implications for the global balance of power. From an educational standpoint, Understanding these historical parallels can provide valuable insights into how the current situation may evolve and what the potential consequences may be. In terms of global impact, the current situation has significant implications for the global economy, trade, and security. The escalating tensions between the US and China, for example, could lead to a major trade war, with significant implications for global economic growth and stability. Similarly, the Russia-Ukraine war has major implications for European security and the global balance of power. From an educational standpoint, it is essential to understand these broader implications and how they may impact the global landscape in the coming weeks and months. In conclusion, this analysis has provided an overview of the current global situation, highlighting the key developments and trends that are shaping the world today. We invite you to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis and commentary on global events, and we welcome your comments and feedback on our videos. From an educational standpoint, we believe that it is essential to stay informed and up to date with the latest news and analysis, and we hope that our channel can provide a valuable resource for those seeking to understand the complex and dynamic world we live in.